Hi, Barb.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Did you find the place okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Can I get you anything to drink, water or tea? Or anything?
No, thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, like I said, my name is Carlie. I just wanted to go over a few confidentiality things with you.
Sure.
If everything you say here is confidential, safe, won't leave the room. There would be a few times that I would need to breach the confidentiality. One of those times would be if there's suspected child abuse.
Okay.
If I am ordered by the court, which is highly unlikely. All these things are highly unlikely. Harm, if I feel like you are harm to yourself or others.
Okay.
Or if for some reason we need to call paramedics in the middle of our interview and you need medical attention. So anyway,
can't see any of those being a problem.
I don't think they will be at all. The likelihood is slim. Anyway, so what brings you here today?
Well, Carlie, I am struggling. I had a surgery last June, a pretty significant one. And so they cut through all my abdominal muscles. And I spent the whole summer sort of recovering from that. And then I went straight into school.
Yeah.
So I tend to be an emotional eater.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been under a lot of stress and doing a lot of sitting, right? I'm sitting and typing or sitting in class or sitting here, sitting there. Not a lot of movement. And I'm not ready to go hard in the gym or anything like that still.
Right.
But I have to do something because I'm just,
yeah.
Physically, I just feel like I need to fix this.
Absolutely.
So
So that's a lot of stress on your body, just the surgery alone,
mm-hmm.
and then school. That's a lot of stress. But there's the importance of getting yourself back to where you need to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you feel like you wouldn't be here if you didn't feel that was important. And so what do you feel has you stuck? What do you feel has you kind of stuck in that place where you can't get?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you just can't get going, or?
Yeah. I think this will be helpful in helping me to prioritize it because
For sure.
it is a priority for me. It's the reason that I had the surgery in the first place was to fix some abs muscles because they weren't working properly, and I want to go into my old age in good shape.
For sure.
Right? That being said, so that's all fine and dandy, and that's what I want, and that's what I think about. But I also use food.
For sure.
And that's like the biggest problem for me is emotional eating and eating out of boredom, eating if I'm sitting and working on a paper, these are like the longest papers that I've ever written. I'm not a good writer. Or in my mind, like it's just not my strong suit, not my wheelhouse, right?
Yeah.
I'm good with people, I think, but writing is not. And so for 8 months, I've been writing. Yeah. So it's like doing something that you don't feel comfortable with. So I, again, turn to food, right? That's my comfort.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been struggling with bronchitis.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, it sounds like you have a lot of self-awareness. You understand the emotional side of you eating, catching that when it happens, right? Like that's number one, just that awareness. That's good. So you feel,
I'm not really sure, like, I just kind of feel like coming to a counselor will help me stay, like, some people just need that motivator or person to be accountable to.
Absolutely.
And that's kind of what I'm thinking is maybe maybe this will help me.
Yeah, for sure.
Rather than just living it in my head.
Yeah. So I hear you saying that you're ready for a change. You're aware of your eating gets in the way, and just school and the stress of that and having to sit all the time. Has there been a time in the past that you felt healthier, or that you've been able to implement exercise more? And what was, if so, what was going on in your life then?
I remember exactly when, actually. It was 2012, because I started weightlifting with a friend of mine who was a trainer. And I got in really good shape, probably for the first time since I was a kid. When I was young, I was into gymnastics and stuff and skating. So I always had like a more athletic type of build. And then after having my kids and stuff, I just, you know, that kind of went out the window. But then I hopped onto this weightlifting, and I did really well with that. Unfortunately, I didn't sustain it.
It's not something you wanna, like, is that something you would want to do again?
No, like at this stage in the game, I'm not gonna be powerlifting. I wasn't powerlifting, I'm kidding, but you know what I mean? Like, I need something that I can do that's sustainable for exercise. But I also really have to concentrate on the eating, because one of the things that I learned is it's like 70% what you put in your mouth, and the rest of it is exercise. But most of it is really what you eat, and running through the drive-through because I'm in a hurry to get placement, or I'm, you know,
it's easy to do.
Yeah. And then when I get into those bad habits, then it just, and it doesn't take long, and I'm, you know, where I am now.
Yeah. How do you feel after? Do you feel, I'm just wondering what, has there been a time that you've been able to kind of curb that in the past, or not?
Only when I'm really specific about, like, when I make it a priority.
Yeah.
I can write down everything that I eat. I did that before, and that helped.
Did that help?
Yeah. So maybe going back to something like that. And then just starting with like walking every day, or something that I can
prioritize walking.
Yeah. Carve out that time. And now, because it's getting to be more like spring, it's, you know, I might have a better chance of not sabotaging.
Yeah.
Because I do that in the winter. It's like, oh, it's too cold. I don't want to go out. Or
it's hard when you live here. Yeah.
I don't feel like doing that. I want to stay in the house.
I think, you know, getting into maybe a rhythm or a practice of, you know, if you're sitting there writing a paper and taking a 20-minute break just for your own mind, your own sanity. Go outside and go for a walk, or make yourself some tea and drink some water. You know, those are things that could maybe, you could just implement that into your regular life, into your daily life.
Water's a good idea, because I don't drink near enough water.
Just some little things you could do. Well, I think it would be helpful for us to have maybe a goal or something for you. One, even just some small little change that you would like to make for if you want to meet next time. Just something that you can focus on. Is what would be something that you could
Like try and walk
Try-
every day,
yeah.
like that kind of goal.
Even just less than that. I mean, just baby step, right?
Okay.
One little thing.
Well,
that you
probably
could
water
change.
then, because
Drink more water.
yeah, because I can do that at school. I could do that at placement.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe get water bottle that has the ounces on it and try and get through it in a day.
Yeah, for sure. I also feel like the element of self-compassion and kindness is a big part of this too. You know, be kind to yourself. You realistically, you just went through a major surgery. You're in a very stressful time with school. You know, have some kindness for yourself, right? Take one little step. Drink some extra water. Think about, is what I'm doing right now helping me or hurting me or harming me, right? You know, it's ultimately just an act of kindness for yourself to ask yourself those questions. Is this helpful or harmful? You know, and just practice some self-compassion. I think, right? I think along with drinking water, that's one little thing. But I think even just celebrating yourself and how far you've come and all the different things that you've accomplished in the last 8 months, you know, you've done a lot, and you are pushing yourself to another place that, right, like with school and everything. So I'm proud of you. Like I think you have a lot of self-awareness, and I think just take those little steps, right? You're not gonna be at your perfect, healthy, you know, physique tomorrow. So
thanks,
anyway,
Carlie.
yeah, you're welcome. I look forward to next time we meet.